I'm Frank from Executive Color Systems. I'm here with Brian from Asgard. We're here to talk to you about a very serious situation that's been affecting everyone's business, from the biggest companies to the smallest companies. What prompted me to have Brian here is to discuss a segment known as disaster recovery. We've had some customers come to us in dire needs of disaster recovery plan because they've been hacked or ransomed by somebody on the internet. And to fill that void in our business for a solution, we've turned to Brian. And Brian is the foremost expert on what happens when you have a disaster. If you haven't had one yet, you really don't want one, and what to do to avoid one.
Yeah, that's right. Well, thank you, Frank. And what we're offering today is a free disaster recovery consultation with one of our DR experts, one-on-one, and at the result of that, you'll get a disaster recovery plan. Now, the reason why we're doing that is because although many companies and businesses have disaster recovery service in place, meaning they're doing backups to a device in their office, or backups to the cloud, or to an alternate office location, almost half of those companies who have a service don't have a detailed plan in place, right? So if you've been struggling with the idea of what will you do if there's an emergency, even if you have this backup happening, who's going to be in charge? What's the priority to get these servers back in line? Email first, SQL Server, human resources. How do these things happen? What if the IT guy is on vacation, et cetera, et cetera? So all we're looking to do is to give you a free DR plan and consultation. How do you do it? You fill out the form right below us with your mailing address and information. We're going to ask you to pay $7.99 to pay for the shipping of the disaster recovery plan to your office that you can then share with your team and fellow coworkers. There's no catch. Like Frank said, we're doing this because we feel very strongly that although there are some really good DR services out there, a lot of people don't have DR to begin with, but half of the people who do have a DR service do not have a plan in place.
And Brian has been gracious enough to offer this service free of charge. What do you charge usually, $500 for something like this?
You know, for medium-sized businesses, a $500 thing that we charge for. A large business, you could be talking about thousands, because it's specific and unique to each business based on your server, quantities, types, your RTOs and RPOs, just who needs to be doing what. This is a roadmap.
It's a great offer. It's for a limited time, and I suggest you fill out the information and connect with us, and we'll get back to you with a disaster recovery plan.
Yep.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.